So, Abe, where's your favorite place to get a burger?
Well, I actually make my own burgers. What I do is I will go out into a field and stalk a cow for about a couple hours. I have a very particular criteria of selection, and at which point I will jump on it, grab its neck, and snap it. I will drag it into the back of my car, take it home, eviscerate it, usually keep the sweet meats and leave the rest for the buzzards, rip a piece off, chew it up, and spit it out directly onto the grill, and that's how I make my burgers.
Alright, well, my favorite place to get burgers is Burger King. I love Burger King burgers. I love the way they don't look like anything from the pictures. I love the way that they taste like the cardboard that they come in and are probably about as nutritious. And I love the fact that they are actually less healthy for you than McDonald's burgers. So, my love of Burger King has led me to LP this game.
The Burger King Murder Simulator. Okay, you know what's weird is that you ever get the regular Whopper and what the hell? The Whopper Jr.? The Whopper Jr. doesn't taste like ass.
I wouldn't know because I actually have not eaten at Burger King since I got this game.
He's got some bling going on.
He does.
He's got the Flavor Flav bling going on. Oh God! Imagine if you were taking your trash out at night and you just saw that.
Oh wait! Just you have literally said something about the fourth video.
Oh, fantastic! I want this as my screensaver. just a picture, and the king just pops up in parts of it. Is there an option for that?
This game is really fun, but it's awful and repetitive. It's only fun because, fuck if I know. And look at this loading screen. Look at this long-ass loading screen. Only one I'm leaving in. Alright. Push A to start. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to get all these people who are hungry at this lumber yard.
There's the king, I spotted him.
Look at this fucking king. Look at that. The best rendered thing in this entire fucking game.
Not being very sneaky.
No, you have to go and you have to find challenges. And in this one, we have to make 3 deliveries to people who are hungry. And you can tell that they're hungry because they're thinking about hamburgers.
Oh God, he can see into my mind!
Yep, he's some sort of psychic burglar pedophile.
How did that... He flipped that upside down.
We'll get used to that. Now, what's bad about this... I don't know what's worse about this game is the fact that I actually enjoy it, or the fact that during the recording of this game I actually got pretty good at it.
This is actually pretty well rendered for a shitty game you got with a fast food meal.
No, you didn't even get it with the fast food meal. You had to pay an extra $5 for it.
Well, it's okay. It's pretty good for a $5 game.
Yeah. Oh, and if people get too hungry, they will just fall over unconscious and birds will tweet over their head. And then they'll just get up like 2 seconds later and then immediately get hungry again.
Oh yeah, the birds did nothing to help them.
But they fall over from hunger all of the time.
Yeah, I had that problem a lot.
Yeah. I just faint from hunger and then get up and then I'm perfectly fine and then 20 seconds later I'm hungry again.
Alright, sneak up on the lady. Oh.
So there is an actual scoring mechanic to this game that I bothered to learn. I don't know why, but I'll actually talk about it more when I get into an actual challenge. We have to get to 3 people as fast as possible. Now, this one doesn't really have the score mechanic come into play. This one just ranks you on how fast you do it.
Well, this little tiptoe walk.
Here's the thing. In order to get a good score, you need to wait for people to get really hungry and then get as close as them as possible and then do a flourish. Their hungers have 5 different stages from green, and then it goes to, I think, yellow, then orange, then red, then flashing red. And flashing red is right before they start to faint. You get a score of range between 1 and 3, depending how close you are to them. And your flourish is times anywhere between 1 and 4, depending on which flourish you do. So the maximum you can get is 6,000 points per delivery. And then, as long as you keep making deliveries without getting caught, you build up your chain, and your chain just multiplies all of those things that have already been multiplied, and so you can get like ridiculous amounts of score in a short amount of time.
He's less Sneak King and more Prance King. I assume sneaking will become a little more involved later.
Not really.
Okay. I mean, I'm not expecting, like, Metal Gear Solid kind of level crap here, but I would like, you know, not walk behind them and the guy just pretends not to notice you.
Oh, the best thing is, the best way to get the ×3 range is just to rub up against a person, because if you're touching them, they still don't detect you. They only detect you if you get in their cone of vision.
But he's just walking behind me like, you can't see me. You can't see me.
You can't see me, I'm invisible.
This is what a king sounds like. This is my voice.
He's completely silent, though. It's creepy.
I think it's because if you tried to talk, you would sound like...
So he'd sound like a drive-thru guy.
That would be oddly appropriate.
Now I wish that Burger King actually had still using the king as their mascot, and I wish that all of their drive-thru voice boxes were the king's face. You just talk right into his mouth.
And the eyes would, like, have a tracking sensor, and they would follow your car as it drove around.
No, you just made it creepy. You just made it creepy. Stop it.
The window is also a king's space, and you have to open the mouth and take your food out.
Oh, no! Stop! Why would you do this?
Why would you make me watch this?
Because this is an awful game, and we're putting it in the thread for awful games.
Well, that's where it should go, then. I'm glad we sorted this out.
There are a few sneaking mechanics. You see those little dots next to the mini-map there? That's how much noise you're making relative to a person, how close you are to a person. And if it gets up into the yellow bit, then they hear you and they'll look around for you. And if they see you, then you lose all of that chain that you get. So the chain can go up to the stratosphere, but the second you get caught, it goes back down to ×1.
Someone just cut that tree down already. It's just not safe. Who cuts a tree down like that?
Believe me, you have not seen Not Safe. Just wait until, I think the third video. This is a short game. The game's like, is just basically 2 hours of this. There's like 5 mission types, and sneak around and give someone burgers is the most common type.
I thought he jumped into the saw for a second.
No, there are hiding spots that you can hide in, and you can surprise hungry people as they walk by, but it's not really guaranteed. It's just much easier to find somebody who's kind of hungry and then just sneak behind them until they are starving to death.
Press square to assassinate. Your hunger is sated forever now.
Burger's Creed. By the way, I got an A rank.
I get it. I get that joke.
So, yeah, we're delivering breakfast to these people, and I don't know about you, but if some guy dressed as a king with a giant plastic head came out and offered me Burger King hash browns, I would probably just smile and nod until they went away, and then throw the hash browns out.
Yeah, I would assume that if I ate whatever he offered me, I would wake up in Mexico missing my kidneys.
Man, look at these fucking flourishes.
I am the king. This is my king dance. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Here is food for my ass.
Whenever you make a delivery, the game is nice enough to give you some time to run away so that everybody temporarily goes blind from Burger King food, which is pretty much the correct reaction to Burger King food.
Everybody just pretends not to notice him. Just ignore him. Maybe he'll leave on his own.
Guys, this guy, he just gave me these onion rings, and no, just don't bother. Just pretend he's not there.
Have some soggy hash browns. Oh, come on, guy.
No, he's too busy concentrating on cutting that tree down.
I've got an axe, back off! Wait, his shadow still has the axe.
Oh, God. Yes, I did not notice that. This is why I'm making you watch this video.
I have eyes and I use them to look at things.
Oh, and by the way, this guy's already hungry again.
Maybe he just threw it on the floor. Like, nope.
That's what I would do with Burger King food.
Look at the little chips coming out of there. I'm kind of disappointed that his shadow wasn't still sawing. His shadow was still holding the saw, but it wasn't still sawing.
You're just going to be looking at shadows for the rest of its LP, aren't you?
I'm going to notice the hell out of it. Days are numbered, game.
See, I was going to do Resistance for the Bad Games thread, but I don't own that Resistance anymore because I'm an intelligent human being.
Resistance in its space chicken wire.
Oh, now we have to go deliver croissant witches!
I think that's why France just hates us forever.
Because we butcher their food?
Pretty much. All that, and we just constantly shit on them after, they saved our asses during the Revolutionary War. And
yeah.
the War of 1812. And then, basically every other war they were involved in, we kind of shit all over them.
Yeah, we were buds with France for a really long time. What the fuck happened there?
Yeah. Basically, France and the USA should be eternal best bros.
Oh, by the way, look at that camera! Look at that camera!
I assume this is from the guy's point of view. That's what he's saying now. This is right before he dies.
Oh god. No. Please no.
Not like this.
I didn't discover that you could get a range ×3 until I think next video. I experimentally rubbed up against somebody to see if they would actually notice me, and the answer is no, they don't. Oh, I got caught.
Oh no.
The penalty for getting caught is that if somebody is hungry, they magically become not hungry anymore, and you lose your entire chain.
Your failure feeds me.
If you have like a chain ×6, and you're working on somebody and they just suddenly turn around, then fuck you. Oh, that's this game.
Basically.
Are you ready for another hour 45 minutes of this?
Do I have a choice?
No, you don't.
Then I guess I am. What is with the sawhorse with the the sawhorse with the sexual sawing?
I don't know.
What is the point of that? Is it ripping the logs or something? I don't understand. Still got the axe and the shadow.
Yup. No, that's not amazing anymore, okay?
But, P.S., this is not how you cut down a tree. Like, at all. Unless you are a beaver.
You don't cut it down in a circle and then hope for the best. You cut it from one side and then it falls on the other side.
I don't think I've ever seen, like, any construction site or logging site or anything that ever had any girls that looked like that around.
No, probably not. I'm pretty sure that this is a fictional woman that works here. I mean, it is, because it's a video game, but even more so.
If I look like that, I mean poorly rendered.
Yeah, you'll learn pretty quickly that the king is the best rendered thing in the game. I mean, he looks pretty good considering this game is made for the Xbox.
His cloak clips through his everything, Halo.
Yeah, and that should say something about the rest of the game. But yeah, here's the thing. This is an Xbox game. It has achievements on it if you play it on the 360, but it'll totally run on a regular Xbox.
It has graphics on par with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Oh, fantastic. Shitty Burger King coffee. Just what I needed.
Woohoo! You probably burned the beans!
Every place burns the beans. Every place.
Yeah. Starbucks is the worst offender.
I do not drink coffee unless I make it myself. Blah! Pull her to her death.
By the way, we're clipping through the water tower.
Of course we are. What aren't we clipping through? His arm is clipping through himself. Fantastic. Good job.
Great! No, great! This is great! It's fine. Ship
as
it.
Fast as QA. Ship it out. Go. Get it out of here. Remove it!
There is no fucking QA for this game. What are you talking about? This is a fucking $5 propaganda machine.
Warehouse that stored this disc, like they had to like bring in a hazmat team and scrub everything down. So this is literally the entire game.
This is literally the entire game. There's a couple other different kind of level, like, challenge types, but for the most part, it is sneak around, give people shitty food.
We better get heavier random in here for the other ones. Because we are not going to survive this alone.
No, we're not going to survive 4 videos of Sneak King by ourselves.
So is that supposed to be a fern over there? What's...
I don't fucking know. It's a crappy $5 Xbox game. I'm surprised anything looks like anything.
Point. Wasn't there? There were other games.
There's a racing one and a bumper cars one. I actually have the racing one. I've never played it.
I remember when you could go into a GameStop and there would be like an entire shelf of these games. I assume that if you took those in there and like paid for them, and they'd give you like they give you a nickel in store credit and just a penny in cash.
No, here's the thing. There's the $8 bin at my local Walmart actually has like 30 copies of this game. We counted. It's the most numerous game in there.
You know, most games, if they go up in price over time, is because they were rare, really good, and didn't get a lot of prints. No, not this one. This is because they literally don't want to keep it.
Like, the second most numerous game was the AC/DC Rock Band expansion, and there were only like 6 of those in there.
Charge you more for them as a way of saying, do not buy this. It is not worth the plastic it is printed on.
It really isn't. The only reason I got this game was because it looked amazingly awful. And it kinda is. So, once you do 10 challenges in any one given area, then you can move to the next area. But there's 20 challenges in any given area. But fuck that, we're not... No. No. Fuck that. We're going to the cul-de-sac.
We can terrorize families now. We better go call random or something. Because I'm not in this next one alone. Well, we'll see if they're there.